right? So moving on, right? Speedily ahead, right? Let me just make it clear to begin with. I don't believe in Jesus Christ. I nobody died for my sins. I don't believe in Jesus Christ. I do not believe in Jesus Christ, right? Meaning as a figure that come to die for my sins. I do not believe in Jesus Christ as a figure that come to die for my sins, right? And I don't promote that belief system. I don't agree with it, and I don't promote it, right? So whether Muslims believe in it, Christians, Hindus, atheists, agnostics, because atheists is only atheists until God hit them, right? So whether whoever do believe in it, right? Whoever believe or don't believe in it, I do not believe that I had a Jesus Christ that died for my sins. Nor will I ever believe that there's a second coming of anybody that coming to die for my sins, right? Good. No one died for my sins, right? Um, and is one who was dead, right? And we gave him life and made for him light, by which to walk among the people like one who is in darkness, never to emerge therefrom. Thus it has been made pleasing to the disbelievers that which they were doing. Right? And even when some spiritual religious texts try to disrespect you, right, stand your ground, right? And thus we have placed within every city the greatest of criminals to conspire therein. But they conspire not except against themselves, and they perceive it not. Right? So remember that God, right, is nothingness at the end of the day, and not even religious scriptures. I'm neither this nor that. That is a channel message from God. I'm neither this religious scripture nor that religious scripture. Right? Remember that. I'm neither this religious scripture nor that religious scripture. Always remember. Right? And when a sign comes to them, they say, never will we believe until we are given like that which was given to the messengers of Allah. Allah is most knowing of where, with whom he places his message. There will afflict those who committed crimes debasement before Allah and severe punishment for what they used to conspire. So whoever Allah wants to guide, he expands his breast to contain Islam, and whoever he wants to send astray, he makes his breast tight and constricted as though he were climbing into the sky, right? So all of that they try to do with me, right? Squeeze, 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 constrict, 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 call your mother cat, right? Constrict, call your father prick, right? If all they want to constrict something, right? All of that they try to do with me just to prove a point, right? Just to prove a point, a disbeliever point. Prove a point that as a disbeliever or use a disbeliever or whatever, right? And this is a part of the Lord leading straight. We have detailed the verses for people who remember. For them will be the home of peace or paradise with their Lord, and he will be protecting their friend because of what they used to do. And he will be their protecting friend because of what they used to do. And mention Muhammad the day when he will gather them together and say, O company of jinn, you have misled many of mankind, and their allies among mankind will say, O Lord, some of us made us doers, and we have not reached our tomb, which you appointed for us. He will say, the fire is your residence, wherein you will abide eternally, except for what Allah wills. Indeed, your Lord is knowing and wise, wise and knowing, and thus we will make some of the wrongdoers allies of the ways of others, allies of others for what they used to earn. O company of jinn and mankind, did there not come to you messengers from among you, relating to you my verses, and warning you of the meeting of this day of yours? They will say, we bear witness against ourselves, and the worldly life has deluded them, and they will bear witness against themselves that they were disbelievers. This is because your Lord will not destroy the cities for wrongdoing while the people were unaware. And for all our degrees, positions resulting from what they have done, and your Lord is not unaware of what they do. And your Lord is free of need, a possessor of mercy. If he wills, he can do away with you and give succession after you to whom he wills, just like he produced you from descendants of other people. Right? So, like I say, like I was explaining, which is something nobody and people doesn't understand. It's have a something like religion choosing you, and have a thing like where there's a religious text, and have a thing like actually being chosen by the nothingness God. And have a difference between the people of a religious text choosing you and people who want the will to go in a certain direction choosing you. Right? This is why I'd say if he could do away with you and give succession to others, right? Which is what they try to do with me too, because hey, you don't like the way I dress, and you don't like the way my hair is, you don't like the way my face is, right? You don't like I know wearing makeup. You don't like how my hair is. You don't like this about me. You don't like this physically about me, right? So the group of men and women alike, right, who in charge are running the show earth, right? They say, hey, we're expanding she views, right? We are doing nothing with she, right? And you give succession, right, to whoever looking pretty enough, right? Or whoever fits your agenda, whether it's Christianity, the he that fit Christianity agenda and Chrislam agenda, meaning a merge between Christianity and Islam, right? And that's what you do, right? And they keep ignoring, denying people over and over, the same set of people that I keep denying, right? The Christ figure was never actually denied, right? That Christ figure, that he was never actually denied. The denial was actually with all the other souls, right? Just for all the information, which is known knowledge, right? Um, Indeed, what you have promised is coming, and you will not cause failure to Allah. Right? Say, oh my people, work according to your position, for indeed I am working, and you are going to know who will have succession in the home. Indeed, the wrongdoers will not succeed, and nobody die for my sins. And they, the polytheists, assigned to Allah from that which He created of crops and livestock a share, and said, this is for Allah by their claim, and this is for our partners associated with Him. But what is for their partners does not reach Allah, while what is for Allah that reaches their partners. While what is for Allah this reaches their partners, right? In inverted commas. Evil is that which they rule, and likewise, too many of the polytheists, their partners have made to seem pleasing the killing of their children in order to bring about their destruction and to cover them with confusion in their religion. And if Allah had willed, they would not have done so. So leave them that which they invent. And they say these animals, the crops are forbidden. No one may eat from them except whom we will by their claim. And there are those camels whose back are forbidden by them. But and those upon which the name of Allah is not mentioned, all of this an invention of untruth about Him. He will punish them for what they were inventing, right? And they say, what is in the bellies of these animals is exclusively for our males and forbidden to our females, right? But it is born dead. But if it is born dead, then all of them have shares therein. He will punish them for their description, and this He is wise and knowing. They will have laws to kill their children in foolishness without knowledge and prohibited what Allah has provided for them, invented untruth about Allah. They will have gone astray and not rightly guided. Right? So those of you, oh, you have a dream, right? You know, some shaitan is coming in your dream, oh, my child, I have a dream that I must sacrifice you, right? Sometimes always dream them kind of dreams, and men always invent them kind of dreams, or who just come in all your dreams and tell all them thing, right? My son, my daughter, I have a dream. I had a dream, right? I had a dream, right? And that dream, I dreamt that God gave me this vision that I must sacrifice you, right? Sometimes always have them kind of dreams, right? Um, Right. So they would have lost who killed their children in foolishness without knowledge and prohibited what Allah has provided for them, invented untruth about Allah. They would have gone astray and not rightly guided. It is He who causes the gardens to grow, both trellis and untrellis, and palm trees and crops of different kinds of food, and olives and pomegranates, similar and dissimilar. Eat of each of its fruit when it yields, and give its due zakah on each day of its harvest, and not be excessive. Indeed, He does not like those who commit excess. Right? So it's talking about sharing your crops, right? If you have a garden, if you have things, right? Whoever you have in a garden, and if somebody asks for it, or if you volunteer to give, right? People, you share with people, villagers, neighbors, whoever it is want, right? Or you allow them access to your land, right? You go and you take if you need, not be excessive, because that's considered stealing, right? If you look to take advantage of people, it is considered stealing. For example, somebody give you a leeway. They say, hey, the piece of land is there. You could go and help yourself if you want something to cook. But you start to take everything you could take because you want to sell it and make profit and all that, right? So you have to be moderate in the things that you do, because sometimes people just give people leeway and access to your life, right, in many different ways. And then people end up taking advantage of it. So you need to, both sides need to be aware and balanced, right, in how you conduct your affairs, right? You need to be fair and balanced in terms of how you conduct your affairs in life, right, generally speaking, right? And it is He who causes gardens to grow, right? So, right, moving on. And of the grazing livestock are carriers of burdens, and those too small. Eat of what Allah has provided for you, and do not follow the footsteps of Satan. Indeed, he is to you a clear enemy. These are 8 mates of the sheep, 2 and of the goats. Say, is it the 2 males He has forbidden, or the 2 females, or that which the wombs of the 2 females contain? Inform me with knowledge if you should be truthful, right? So let me just backtrack a little bit when I'm talking about things, right? In terms of gardens and people and predial larceny and them thing, and right. So when I was talking just now, I referring to a private, like, all right, I had it's over here, right? It's just a small piece of land, some stuff growing, whatever, right? You tell somebody, hey, yeah, you can come and take away one, but you take away one for private purposes now, right? Because we don't have the amount of space and land where you could sell stuff for profit, right? So if I give you something, like, it's not really to sell, because if it was something, I'll give you, right? But I don't have the amount that I could give you to sell so much, right? Or to think, right? But like if you're going down man's in the last stretch now, right, and it's seeing coconut trees unlimited, or anywhere in fact, because the whole country full of coconut trees, right? Then obviously the land is available for you to take, right? Because hey, a day and it's just there, and ain't nobody doing nothing with it, right? Good. Um, so right, and of the camels, right, and of the camels too, right? That's that. Um, we just backtrack there, right? And of the camels two, and of the cattle two. Say, is it two males he had forbidden, or the two females, or that which the wombs of the two female contain? Or were you witnesses when Allah charged you with this? Then who is more unjust than the one who invents a lie about Allah to mislead the people by something other than knowledge? Indeed, Allah does not guide the wrongdoing of people, right? Say, I do not find within that which was revealed to me anything forbidden to one who would eat it, unless it be a dead animal or blood spilled out of the flesh of swine, for indeed it is impure, or it be that slaughtered in disobedience dedicated to other than Allah. But whoever is forced by necessity, neither desiring it or transgressing its limit, then indeed your Lord is forgiving and merciful. Right? And to those who are Jews, we prohibited every animal of uncloven hoof, and of the cattle and the sheep, we prohibited to them their fat, except what adheres um, to their backs, or the entrails, or what is joined with bone, and by that we repeat them by for their transgression, and indeed we are truthful, right? So this is something that I need to address with the elite Islam society now, because there are some energies in there, right? And it's not a general Islam thing, because I like you all, I really like you all, right, at a normal level, right? But it have some energies in the elite Islam world, right, that is referred to people, and refer to people as one, the dog, the donkey, right? That's how they see you, right? So, hey, me reading the Quran, they see it as me working for them, right? And I'm their donkey and I'm their dog, right? And I really don't like that. I really don't like that, because I really my own person, and I really not associate with Ole in any way, right? I said I really not associate with Ole in any way, right? So if I was guided to read the Quran, right, I was guided. I actually asked for you all assistance since 4 years ago, right? Both online and offline. I actually asked for all your assistance, and nobody show up yet. In fact, it was a lie, right? Because when the voices came telling me that when I finished reading the Quran, right, which I did, right? So I'm making this known, right? Which I did finish reading 3 times, 4 times. This is actually like my fifth reading, right? Four to five readings, right? And I didn't see nobody show up yet in order to guide me from the assistance that I asked for, because all show up in my energy, right? In the unseen, right? You all show up in my energy, but the capacity you all show up in now, right, is a real degrading and belittling way, right? And I don't want nothing to have to do with them kind of energy, right? Once you poking and prodding at me, like if as your camel one, as your donkey, or as your dog, right, then you need to get out from my energy field, right? Good. Um, so if they deny you, O Muhammad, say, your Lord is a possessor of vast mercy, but his punishment cannot be repelled from the people who are criminals, right? Um, those who associated others with Allah will say, if Allah had willed, we would have not associated anything, and neither would our fathers, nor would we have prohibited anything. Likewise, the those before deny until they tasted our punishment. Say, do you have any knowledge that you can produce for us? You follow not except assumption, and you are not but misjudging. Say with Allah is a far-reaching, the conclusive argument. If he had will, he would have guided you all. Say, O Muhammad, bring forth your witnesses who will testify that Allah has prohibited this. And if they testify, do not testify with them, and do not follow the desires of those who deny our verses, and those who do not believe in the hereafter. Uh while they equate others with their Lord. Say, come, I will recite what your Lord has prohibited to you. He commands that you not associate anything with him, and to parents good treatment, and do not kill your children out of poverty. We will provide for you. And then and do not approach, right? So we will provide for you and them, and do not approach immoralities, what is apparent of them and what is concealed, and do not kill the soul, right? Which Allah has forbidden you to kill except by legal right, right? This has He instructed that you may use reason. and do not approach the orphan's property except in a way that is best intended improvement until he reaches the maturity, and give full measure and weight in justice. We do not charge any soul except that which is within its capacity. And when you speak, testify, just be just, even if it concerns a near relative, and the covenant of Allah fulfill. This, this has he instructed you that you may remember. Right? So we hold up there. That is verse 152. Before the end of the night, right, we will complete this surah. Right? Have a good day, everybody. Night, everybody.